Tonight on CTV, Mike Bobo is out as football coach. We break down the future of CSU football.
Then, as the year comes to an end, City Council looks ahead to 2020. Find out their plans.
Then ASCSU has changes that will affect student parents. Find out all this and more on CTV News at 7. We begin with our top story tonight. I'm Lauren Orcutt. After seasons of fans hoping to see Mike Bobo leave, many got their wish.
That's right, Lauren. I'm Bella Roberts. Yesterday, Colorado State Athletics Department announced that head coach Mike Bobo would be let go. We are joined by sports anchor Corey Odom. Corey, what do we know?
Well, we do know that after 5 years as the leader of the CSU football team, that Mike Bobo has agreed to step down. And we actually have a sports reporter on the scene, Jessica Mendoza, at Canvas. Jess, what does this mean for the future of the Rams?
Yeah, Corey, so there's definitely more questions than answers right now. I'm sure you guys have heard some of the rumors going around about Urban Meyer being on campus. Actually, that one isn't a rumor. He actually was here. But there's a lot of questions going on about who is going to be the coach on this team. However, we did get to talk to Joe Parker yesterday, and he does think this process is going to go fairly quick.
You know, I can tell you that, we're getting a lot of interest, and I think we're going to have a very, very strong candidate pool, and we're going to have a hard choice to make when we come to a final decision on who's going to lead this program.
To get a $5.5 million buyout, but that took a huge cut on the deal. What are your thoughts on the final deal?
Yeah, so the $5.5 million buyout was what we expected to happen before the new year. It was going to drop down to $3 million after January 1st. However, to hear that it was $1.82 million is extremely shocking to so many people. You've got to give it up to the athletic department for being able to drop it down that low. And you have to look at just thinking about who Mike Bobo is and the fact that he would take that deal, wanting to do what's best for this CSU football program.
You know, just talking about recruitment, how does this affect recruitment at CSU within the football players?
Yeah, so there's a big signing day coming up. It's actually December 18th, just right around the corner. I mean, this is a lot of pressure on CSU to get this figured out quickly. Joe Parker said there's a lot of really good candidates out there, and it's really important to get a good recruiting class for this next year. These building years, as we get a new coach for this next few years, is going to be very crucial. It's already going to be tough as it is, so it's going to be very important to get someone in there quickly and try to grab as many good players as they can. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jessica. The man who was accused of dragging a CSU police officer in 2017 pled guilty to attempted murder. 23-year-old Dominic Jackson was sentenced to 16 years in prison with 5 years of parole following. According to the Colorado, in a plea deal, the 2 years that he has spent in jail will count toward his total 16-year sentence. The former CSU police officer, who now works for the Greeley Police Department, was recently presented with the Congressional Badge of Bravery by Senator Cory Gardner.
Associated Students of Colorado State University passed a bill last night that will affect student parents in the near future. Senate reporter Allison Tackett has more.
During the ASCSU meeting, a resolution was edited and passed on student parent absences. We have Christian Dixon explaining this bill in further detail.
We discharged from our committee the student parent absence bill, and we added some changes to it, mostly clarification. I've noticed that the more clear a piece of legislation is, the more effective it is when they actually implement it. And so that was our hope, is how can we make this as clear as possible. And the basic goal behind the bill is there are students and there are non-traditional students are typically the two categories. And so ALVS serves a lot of the non-traditional students, the veterans who are on our campus and the adult learners who are on our campus. And it's Josh Johnson and Ryan Kropp who work with that. And they've pioneered this effort to work with administration to change policy so that parents whose kids are at school districts that get the day off, for example, when a snowstorm comes in, sometimes CSU has better equipment and better infrastructure to address that, where some of those districts don't, and so they'll cancel class, but this university will still stay open. So the idea of the bill is to be a liaison for those individuals and to inform the professors that they should have excused absences when their kids are not able to go to school because those districts are closed. They shouldn't be docked points and they shouldn't lose quiz points or test points or homework points. And so the idea behind it is for the administration to intervene and to give them excused status when those districts close school.
Allison Tackett, CTV, Channel 11.
If you have any questions on this bill, you can go to ascsu.colostate.edu for more information.
Vice President of Student Affairs Blanche Hughes announced her Committee for the Race, Bias, and Equity Initiative. According to the university, they have received over 100 submissions of policy ideas of what to change when it comes to how the university handles bias-motivated incidents. The team consists of members from the administration, the Ethnic Studies Department, and other departments on campus. The team will now work on reviewing the proposals. You can stay up to date by visiting president.colostate.edu.
Fort Collins City Council laid out its policy agenda Tuesday night for 2020. Of the major topics, City Council hopes to have agendas for next year include immigration in respect to how conditions are in the southern border. Public health is a major point of their agenda that they want to set next year in terms of gun violence, vaping, and mental health. Mayor Wade Troxel spoke with the Coloradoan and said that the Fort Collins influence is huge, being that it is the fourth largest city in Colorado. And they hope that these policy agendas can spark change at the state and federal level.
The Northern Colorado Drug Task Force announced Tuesday that they dismantled a Chinese black market marijuana trafficking operation in Larimer County with 5 homes in Loveland and 1 in Fort Collins. The investigation found that over 2,000 plants and 156 pounds of high-grade marijuana were assumed to be shipped out of the state. According to the Larimer County Sheriff's press release, the investigation is still ongoing, and they will file charges once they have finished their investigation.
Larimer County is set to expand the Larimer County Jail. According to the Coloradoan, the county set their 2020 budget and plans to spend $75 million expanding the county jail by adding 250 beds. The county is also set to begin construction on a $29 million mental health facility that voters approved last year. The Sheriff's Office also has additional plans to add 27 deputies and other personnel. The budget will go through some final changes on December 10th and is expected to be adopted on December 20th.
Wow, Lauren, that sounds like there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, we saw a little bit of snow today.
Yeah, we did.
What kind of goes through your head when you see a big snowstorm?
Well, one of my first thoughts is definitely getting to campus and the safety. And I live in a house and, the roads aren't very well plowed, but I know when I get to campus, it's nice because usually the routes going to class are nice and clear.
I agree. I definitely like seeing those clear sidewalks.
Yeah.
Living in Colorado during the winter can bring some pretty heavy snowstorms. CSU's facilities management team works day and night to make sure campus is prepared for all.
I will be shoveling stair sets so students can get to class safely before the first, hour class begins. But it's all about trying to make this as safe as possible here at CSU.
Some of the earliest shifts during the cold weather season can range anywhere between midnight and 4 in the morning. And the work isn't always easy.
Probably these massive snowstorms, trying to get everything cleared. It can be a little overwhelming when you start to clear out sections of paved patch and you're running out of room to push all the snow.
They aren't shoveling snow all year round though.
I would say the best days would be in summertime when it's nice out and we're working on a really cool project, and then by the end of it you get to see this amazing piece of landscaping, from the trees to the shrubs to the design and how it is incorporated within the zone you're working in, how it complements the buildings.
Through the cold, their bond remains warm.
And it's really just about the community here at Grounds, really taking care of one another.
If you would like more information, you can visit fm.colostate.edu. It's that time of the year again where families get to decide what kind of tree they want to decorate, a real tree or a fake one, and which one is more friendly for the environment.
Jess Aragon has been planting and selling Christmas trees for over 30 years.
Every year the years go by a little faster.
He says that the best kind of Christmas tree is a real one, and not just because of the piney fresh smell.
Number one, an economical benefit to the area, as well as a green benefit in that they're a renewable resource.
But some people say that buying plastic trees instead of real ones like this is easier on your wallet and better for the environment because fake trees can last longer than just one Christmas. However, studies show that you have to own an artificial tree for at least 10 to 20 years before its advantages outweigh the disadvantages of selecting and cutting down a real tree.
I've always liked a real tree over a fake one. I've never had a fake tree, so the real one's all I know, and I enjoy it very much.
But regardless of this never-ending holiday debate, Jess will continue to grow trees for what he hopes to be at least another 30 years.
I anticipate continuing to do that for quite a long time.
So Bella, what kind of Christmas tree did you have growing up? Did you have a real one or a fake one?
I had a fake one, but I've always wanted to go out and cut a real one down, so.
Yeah, I agree. My mom always had like a new fake one every single year, but going to Jess's farm, I was really excited to see that, how good they were for the environment and that they were actually cheaper than artificial trees.
Wow, very exciting.
And if you decide to go with a real Christmas tree this Christmas, the City of Fort Collins actually has drop-off locations at Timberline Recycling Center off of Timberline Road, Hageman Earth Cycle off Prospect, and Larimer County Green Waste Program off of Taft Hill. Well, that's all the time we have for news right now, but don't go anywhere, Rams, because we'll be right back with Kristen McAllister.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
What's poppin', Rams? I'm Kristen McAllister, and I'm back for the last entertainment show of the semester. I know it's crazy, but it's not as crazy as all of the spicy entertainment news that I've got for you. So let's get into it. As we're gearing up for the holiday season, we all know that Santa needs a little more help preparing his naughty and nice list. Luckily, his little elves have been sitting on shelves watching people where tempers can come out the most, in retail stores. You can participate in the Elf on the Shelf scavenger hunt in Front Range Village, where elves are hidden throughout the shopping center. Look high and low to find them, then write down their special names on the scavenger hunt form, and you can turn it into Learning Express toys by noon on December 20th to be entered to win a prize pack. And if you're hungry after hunting for elves, you can stop by the newest addition to the Fort Collins food scene. A new chicken wing restaurant has officially landed in Old Town. The aviation-themed restaurant Wingstop is now open, and they are looking to celebrate being here by hosting their grand opening on this Saturday from noon to 6 in the evening. You can drop in for free wings, prize giveaways, and an atomic wing eating contest. The people at Wingstop are excited to fit into the Fort Collins foodie culture.
Our motto is to serve the world flavors, so we're really into, kind of mixing it up every once in a while, doing limited time promotions and everything with our flavors and our sauces and everything, but really just serving a basic 11 sauces that are really great and really flavorful, and it'll make you want to come back over and over again.
Those wings looked so good, but I think that Christmas lights look just as good. This holiday season, you can go walking in a winter wonderland. The Mishawaka Amphitheater is hosting their second annual Winter Wonderland, complete with a holiday light display, outdoor s'mores and drinks, and an ornament creation station. You can look at the lights and participate in the fun wintry activities for free, every day from sundown, from now until the end of December. But if you're not a fan of walking around in the cold outdoors, maybe this next group is a little more your speed. The Esports Association is a competitive club at CSU where gamers can join a team with other passionate people. The competitive teams include Overwatch, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, and the recently award-winning League of Legends team. Doing anything on a competitive level would be difficult, so the members practice multiple times a week to build their physical and mental fortitude. The teams are working their hardest to show up as a legitimate sport, but this doesn't detract from the welcoming environment that they want to create.
Sports are, a game that you train for to get better at, to entertain an audience. And to the core, that is also what esports is.
Everyone was super nice and everyone's so accepting. We're all weird. We all get it. So, I'd say just start talking and people will accept you for who you are.
If you lack the commitment to join a competitive team like I do, you can participate in an easy but potentially historical event that's coming up. Anheuser-Busch is looking for people to help them break a world record. This Saturday at 5, the company is looking to bring together more than 900 couples to kiss underneath the mistletoe. Couples at one of the brewery's 3 locations will be giving their own sprigs of mistletoe to hold above their heads. Participants have to kiss for at least 5 seconds, and they have to be at least 21 years old. The current record is held by Kissimmee, Florida, where 448 couples got to lip lock in. And it's kind of shocking that many people can find love. Anyway, well, Rams, that's all of the spice and entertainment for this semester. But don't go anywhere quite yet, because James Hall is up next to tell you, for the last time, all about the crazy Colorado weather that's going on right now.
I got a crick in my neck, limp in my step, cramping in my muscles every time I try to flex. I don't know what to get but if you throw me love, I'll throw you some more.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm James Hall, here to tell you how the weather is going to be this weekend and at the beginning of the next week. But first, let's take a look at how it is outside at the moment. We can see that it is 35 degrees, and instead what we see here is that it was actually raining outside today, with someone walking through it with very nice Converse, and the flag blowing a little bit, so there was some wind to deal with along with the rain. We can see very druddy outside, kind of not something you want to be a part of. Can't really see the mountains, but there was snow mixed into that rain, so that also kind of comes into the dreariness, but it doesn't stop people from waving at the camera when they see it. So as we were saying, 34 degrees outside, sunset is about 4:33 with wind coming out of the west-southwest at about 3 miles per hour. It is a little cloudy, so it is probably going to feel a little colder than that. As for the... seems to be having some technical difficulties here. As for tomorrow's forecast, it is going to get a little warmer with 42 degrees, 27 as the low. Again, cloudy. There's going to be a lot of cloud cover coming up here. with wind coming out of the east at about 4 miles per hour. Again, the sunset is at 4:33 again. Now, to talk about the overnight lows, we have for the most part, as we look across, pretty average 20s down the I-25 corridor, very cold in the mountains and a little warmer in Grand Junction. As we look to the east, we can see that it's pretty much the same down the I-25 corridor. Lyman a little colder than Denver by 1 degree. As for the highs tomorrow, we'll start with the east and down the I-25 corridor, where we can see it's going to be pretty nice, about mid-40s to 50 if you get all the way down to Lamar, 51 in Pueblo. As we go to the west, we can see that it does heat up a little bit from the overnight lows, but not too much, only about 10 to 20 degrees there. Now, for the 5-day, we can see that as a lot of cloud cover, a little bit of sun on Saturday, but not too much, still going to be partly cloudy on there. And then Tuesday is when the sun comes back. However, it doesn't warm up too much, as we see 35s on Monday and Tuesday, and then the warmest day being Saturday when the sun kind of peaks out, being 50 degrees. That is all I have for you here, but stay tuned for sports with Corey Odom.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Volleyball leaves for Seattle. Men and women's basketball both face off against San Diego State. And I try out for the Golden Palms. On the last Corey's Countdown, it's 3 top stories around CSU sports. 2 top players on the South Carolina Gamecocks the volleyball team might want to watch out for. And the last Minute Mayhem. So let's get after it. 3 top stories. The holiday season came early, or if nothing else, the Mountain West basketball play. The women's basketball team opened conference basketball in San Diego last night. The Rams, coming off 2 dominant victories, had a tough time stopping the 3-pronged attacks that the Aztecs have, with Sophia Ramos, T. Adams, and Taylor Calmer combining for 45 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists. That leaves the rest of the team with just 14 points, 24 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now, for the Rams, it seemed as though the shots were just not falling. Sharpshooter Jamie Bonairens scored only 6 points, all from the line. Her 8 shots all missed, and 5 of those were from behind the arc. So that left Megan Jacobs to be the team leader with just 12 points on 3 of 12 shooting. The Rams would lose to the Aztecs with a score of 59-49. They'll be coming back home to face conference foe Boise Broncos this Sunday at 1 in the afternoon. The men's team also faced off against San Diego Aztecs last night, but did they fare any better than the women's team? The Aztecs were 8-0 going into Moby last night versus a Rams team who played the best basketball of the year in the last game versus Utah Valley Wolverines. The Rams would make it close going into halftime with a score of 38-32, with San Diego leading. But then the second half came cascading down on the Rams. Their field goal percentage went from a solid 48% to an abysmal 28% in the second half. That change in shooting percentage and the 19-2 Aztec run would lead the way for a 41-25 second half score that would end the game with a final of 79-57 for the Aztecs. The men's team will continue to follow in the women's footsteps, going to Boise to take on the Broncos at 7 in the evening this Saturday. While the men's basketball team was out on the court, another team was on the sideline. CTV reporter Rachel Hallam and I got the opportunity to talk to the Palm girls and even try out for the team.
You've
probably seen the Palm Girls dancing on the sideline, supporting the Rams, but do you know them?
Well, I think in movies and stuff, the cheerleaders or the Palm Girls are always mean, and that's not true. I think we're all so nice and friendly, and I think that is a horrible stereotype, but it's just true. And so we're all really nice, and it's a good group of girls.
But senior captain Sophia Fournier knows that this is more than just a group of girls.
We really are a family. I know everybody probably says that. But we get along so well, and we always hang out with each other outside of class.
But one family member, senior captain Jalen Bency, has been off the dance floor for 3 months since suffering a torn ACL practicing for the Rocky Mountain Showdown.
It's just gonna hurt for a couple minutes, and then I'll get up and I'll be good. And then I ended up having to go to the doctor and learned that I was gonna be out for my senior football season.
But there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm hoping that I'll get cleared here in about a month. A month will be 4 months. So basketball season is my big goal. That's what I'm looking forward to.
But in the meantime, fellow CTV reporter Rachel Hallam and I decided to try out for the team. Well, I think it's fair to say that we'll leave it to the professionals.
We were told at practice that's not a woman-only sport, just men don't try out. So I may have been the first man to try out for the team, but we will have to continue to wait until a man makes it. Now it's time for 2 top players. With the football season over and the Bobo era completed, let's look at a successful team for this week of 2 top players. The volleyball team left Fort Collins yesterday at 11:30 in the morning to begin preparations for the South Carolina Gamecocks. The Gamecocks are entering the tournament with a 19-11 record overall, with a mind-blowing 0-5 versus ranked teams, and even crazier, they've never even taken a set off a ranked team, going 0-15. Now, they are also 6-6 on the road, so that helps the Rams as well. But a pair of Michaelas will look to overcome that versus the Rams tomorrow. Michaela Shields and Michaela Robinson. Shields leads the team in kills with 342, as well as aces with 39. So she is an all-around offensive threat. On the defensive side of the ball, Michaela Robinson leads the team with 107 blocks and is second in kills behind Shields. If you want to catch updates from Seattle, you can subscribe to our YouTube page at CTV 11. If you'd prefer a chance to listen to the game live, you can listen at 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins or listen online at kcsufm.com. The pregame show will start at 5:30 tomorrow for the game that's at 6. And if the Rams win, you can listen to them play the winner of the Washington versus Winthrop game at 6 p.m. on Saturday. 1 minute in mayhem. Now it is time to actually win one of these things and finish my career at CTV strong. I have 1 minute to answer 11 questions I have never seen before, so let's do this. 1, who's the best athlete under 21? I have no idea. I was going to say LeBron, but he's way older than 21 now. Next question. Did Bobo need to go? I think he did. His career seemed like it was going down. His bowl games say everything about it. 3, what would you like to see as a new CSU head coach? Urban Meyers would be cool. 4, Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson? Vick's got a way better career, but way worse off the field. Next question. 5, Cowboys or Bears tonight? Gotta go with the Bears. I hate the Cowboys. Next question. 6, who will be the next top free agent signing for the MLB? I don't know. Next question. 7, Ohio State or Wisconsin? It's got to be Wisconsin, baby. They can't take us down 2 times. Next question. 8, can the Broncos finish 8-8? It'd be a stretch. I don't know if they can pull it off. It's been going around, but I don't believe in Drew Lock. 9, any dark horses for the CFB playoffs? I'm going to go with Wisconsin again. If we win, we might go up to the top 4. 10, will Tua stay in college another year? I think that he will. Next question. Will you miss CTV? Of course I will. CTV has been nothing but kind to me, and this is the 11th question, and I just want to say that I get to finish on top. Thanks, CTV. I appreciate it. All right, so I finished on top for that game. It feels like it's been, a month? And I just want to say thanks, everybody, for helping me through everything.
Of course. You know, Corey, I have one more question for you, though.
Yeah, what's that?
How do you feel that, both of you, you're both graduating. Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
Nervous? The real world's out there. Are you kidding me? Look how safe and surrounded by friends I am here. There's strangers out there.
You'll thrive. How about you, Bella?
There you go.
I'm feeling pretty sad right now, actually. It's definitely a bittersweet moment. I have absolutely loved my time here at CTV, but I am super sad to be going. So I'll definitely miss you guys.
You will both do fantastic.
We're rooting for both of you no matter what.
Yeah, and we will for sure miss you, no doubt.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Well, that does it for the time we have on Corey's Countdown and CTV.
Yeah.
So from me and everyone here at the station, I want to thank you for your continued support. Please come back in January when the shows start back up. And from the bottom of my heart, have a good one, Rams.